Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles, and today's video is going to go over the benefits and perks and information in regards to PayPal's business debit card. I do get questions occasionally about using PayPal for my business and how their debit card works and if I enjoy using it or not. And I have plenty of videos on this channel in regards to my experience using PayPal for my business and why I do use PayPal, why I have been using PayPal for many years. And I also do have a PayPal business debit card. So I'm pretty much, like I mentioned, just going to go over information regarding their debit card for businesses. And all of this information is available on their website. The reason that I do videos like this is because they are requested, and there are some people that prefer to listen along while I'm going over the information opposed to pulling it up and reading it themselves. So, whatever way works best for you. If you're someone that wants to pull up the information is available on paypal.com. If you're someone that likes these overview videos, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up, and let's get right into it. So as you can see, I scrolled past a little bit, but you can see that you can earn rewards with their card. So you can earn a limited 1% cash back on eligible purchases, including ones paid using a linked bank account. So I do use my PayPal business debit card pretty frequently for business transactions so that I do get that 1% back. And it definitely counts. Everything counts, especially when you are running a business. And so it definitely helps. Shop anywhere is another benefit. Get cash. So you can use your PayPal business debit card to withdraw cash from ATMs or get cash back with purchase at participating retailers. I also do use my card to make purchases online, in store. And another thing that really is beneficial, in my opinion, with using the PayPal business debit card is that it keeps all of your transactions separate. Being in the banking industry for over 3 years, I do know that when you are looking at getting a business bank account, there are different criteria depending on the institution that you go with, but typically you are going to need information pertaining to your business, information that shows that your business is, number one, legal. So that you have an EIN number, they also may ask for your, I'm trying to think of the name, I'm kind of going for a blank at this point, but I'm sure I'll think about it once the video is over. But typically there's documents that are needed to open a business checking account. And so there are some businesses that have just started, some businesses that have been in business for a while and have not done all the steps that they needed to do to get their business legal. Or have not done all the steps that they needed to do in order to be able to acquire a business checking or banking account. Now, I do know through PayPal for your business, I believe you do need to still have an EIN or your social, but there's not as much required as there would be or as there could be when opening an account through a bank. Now, like I mentioned, every banking institution is different. However, in my opinion, I've seen more people get eligible and have access to use PayPal quicker than they would be able to use a business bank account. So if you are looking at being able to separate your transactions, but you don't have a business checking or savings account at this point, you can still do so by having a checking account, your personal checking account, and then applying for a business account through PayPal and then applying for their debit card as well. That way you can have all of your transactions that you purchase for the business under your PayPal account. So hopefully everyone's business is legal. When you go to file taxes, you'll be able to pull up all the transactions right then and there from the PayPal account, and you won't really have to do too much ciphering between which purchase was for your personal and which was for your business, because it separates it for you. It also goes over information about how long it takes to get approved for replacement cards if you do need or how long it takes for a replacement card to be issued, the process on how you apply for a business debit card and things like that. I have never taken cash or did cash back for my business debit card, but it does go over information pertaining to that as well on the PayPal account. Sometimes when I swipe my PayPal business card, it does give me an option, depending on which store I'm at, to take cash back. And so if you wanted to do that, like I mentioned a moment ago, that would be something that you can do. Also, the 1% cash back is a definite benefit. Another benefit with using your card is that if you are receiving transactions through PayPal for your business, which typically you will be if you are looking at getting a PayPal business debit card, typically, I'm just speaking in my experience, the funds are available immediately. I don't have to wait 1 and 2 business days. Now, in the beginning, it may be that you have to wait, or if you've had some chargebacks and things like that, every account may be different as far as how long it takes them to have the funds readily accessible. However, in my experience, the funds are available immediately whenever I get an order. Once I, process the order through my Shopify account. I do use Shopify for those interested or shopping around for an e-commerce platform. If you are an e-commerce business, I definitely recommend you trying Shopify. If you click the link down below, there may be a free trial to Shopify, but you have to click that link to see. But what I wanted to express is that not only are the funds readily available, but if you wanted to transfer the funds from your PayPal account to your personal checking account, you have the option to do that too. So it works really well for me. There are times that I just got a purchase for the business and I wanted to use those funds to go ahead and maybe purchase ink or printer paper or whatever you can think of for my business, and didn't want to use my business account or my bank account, my personal bank account, even though they're connected. I'm able to use that card. Or if you're having an issue with your business bank account or an issue with your personal checking account, it's always a good idea, in my opinion, to have a backup, to have another option. We talk about options a lot of times on this channel. It's always great to have another option to be able to still go through those transactions. So here you can just see all of the options that it lists when you are looking at information in regards to the business debit MasterCard. Another thing I wanted to point out is it is MasterCard. So if you are looking for like a Visa or something like that, this is just MasterCard. And I'm not just saying just MasterCard because there's something wrong with MasterCard. I'm just saying there are people that have businesses and they're looking for a specific type of card. This is a MasterCard. I've also gotten the question, can this card help build your credit? And I'm just going to say no. The card itself doesn't help build your credit. There are steps that you need to take in order to build your credit or in order to build business credit. I believe that if your PayPal account goes negative for so long, they may be able to refer your account to collections, which at that point it may show up on your credit report as a collection, which isn't good. But I don't, there's no perk in you getting a business debit card for it to build your credit. Just as if you were to get a debit card from your bank or your credit union, it doesn't necessarily build your credit, but it can help. It can help you have another option on making purchases. It can also help you separate the business transactions from your personal banking account. And it can also give you that 1% back on purchases, which does help you earn as you spend. So I definitely take advantage of that. And also, it's like I said, it's very convenient because when I get orders and if I'm wanting to use funds directly from my business and not from my personal or business account, I can go ahead and use that card, immediately as soon as I go ahead and process that transaction through Shopify. So I found great use with this card. You can also set up a PIN or you can run it as credit. I've gotten that question too. Do you have to use it just as debit or can you run it as credit? I've run the card as credit as well without a PIN, so you don't necessarily need a PIN. This portion on the screen is going over the expired card, so it's going over how the replacement process works. I think I've gotten one card since I've been using PayPal, the PayPal business card. I think I've had to have it replaced once, and it was a really seamless process. I called and reported my card lost or stolen, and I was able to get my new card mailed to me. I think it took about 5 to 7 business days. PayPal always has like a Q&A available on their website with frequently asked questions. So if there are additional questions that you would like to go over that were not shown on the screen as I was talking, or that were not gone over in this video, I definitely recommend you go to the PayPal website. PayPal also has a customer service number, which is very beneficial. There have been times where I have needed to, or I wanted to question certain transactions, and I've also wanted to question certain orders, certain payments that have gone into my account. And PayPal customer service has always been readily accessible. I've never been on hold for a really, really long time, and they were always able to answer my question. I have not updated my business debit MasterCard yet to the card that's reflected on the screen. I still have the completely blue card. So I may go ahead and update it to the new version. However, I think that both cards are fairly decent. But I just wanted to go ahead and do a quick overview, show you some information in regards to PayPal's business debit card, go over the perks that were beneficial and are beneficial in my business. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.